Hello. Welcome. Today we finished Shadowbringers, I think. If I'm doing my math correctly. We come at you live with some natural lighting for once. Like, there's still light outside. The sun is not set. So I thought might as well take advantage of the natural lighting as we have it. I don't really open my windowsill all that much, and I realized like some stuff that I left behind it. I found this, my clown nose. I also found these useless pair of skull candy like wireless. They just don't work anymore, and I don't know what happened. Like they were working one day, and then suddenly they just stopped working, and I don't know what happened to them. There's still a charge on them, surprisingly enough, but I completely gave up on them. Like only one of them will sync at a time. Blah blah blah. I do have the fan going, and I was gonna wear my pirate hat, but I just wore it for like 20 seconds, and I'm like, oh, that's hot. Anyway, last we left off, hold on, before we continue any further, let me make sure that I have this correct. Last time we left off, we were like right here. We're now gonna go fight a boss, and then just a handful of quests. 3, 6, 7, yeah. Just a handful of bosses, and then that's it. The first things first, we gotta go fight Lord Vothry. I'm hoping the wait time isn't incredibly long. I really should have started doing that while I was doing my little talk here. Oh, what happened? What happened with that? Something just loaded. Anyway, I'm hoping that because it's the middle of the day, that wait time should be a bit faster and not like 30 minutes. Because I've also just ran out of things to do. I guess we could keep talking to all these blue quests that I have no idea why they're blue. Anyway, before I forget, I did upload the entirety of the Shadowbringers playthrough on my YouTube at youtube.com/SoraMoto. So if you missed any part of that, tune in there and go find it. I have arranged them all in a playlist. I also have playlists ready for my Heavensward playthrough, which I'll be honest is a little messy, and Stormblood, which I quite like. So if you want to partake in my journey through FF14, watch it there. But I also have this ready. It's not done yet, obviously, because we're doing it right now. I don't know how long stream will take, but it's really at the mercy of how long these duty finders go, because I could sit here and save as much time as I can, but it really is just up to it really is just up to how long it takes for me to go through the dungeons. So that we're not like incredibly bored, let's do some quests. Why don't we? I don't assume it will take long, like game wise. I assume the stream will take just a little bit longer, on the merit that it is there's gonna be a lot of dungeons to do. I think we have this trial, and then we have a dungeon and a trial. So 3 things we are trying to do by the end of the stream, and cutscenes and whatnot. My friend that I was talking to, who you might know from my It Takes Two playthrough, Miss Juno, told me to go listen to the Shadowbringers trailer music again once I'm completely done with this. And that's really is something that I should be doing at the end of each expansion. I didn't do it for Heavensward or Stormblood, but I'll do it again for Endwalker. But I haven't seen anything from Endwalker. I barely even looked at the opening crawl. Like, I know when I stay on the main menu for too long, and I end up the pre-roll trailer starts going. That's as much as I've seen of Endwalker. I haven't seen anything about it at all, but I did hear that the let me make sure that's make sure that's straight. Sorry, that was bothering me. I did hear that the trailer is relatively safe spoiler wise, so there's that. Unlike Stormblood, which with context is very spoilery, you know? Anyhow, I'm pretty excited. Just some final thoughts before I finish it up. I know that I'm a few hours away from it, but I thought I'd like to give some closing remarks before I even get started. Oh, let me finish up my little thingy. Yes, if you miss any part of the stream, watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Soromoto. If you want to be notified, or if you want to be, best way to contact me, if you want me to stream anything, follow me on Twitter, or at twitter.com/Soromoto. If you want me to play any sort of game. I think the next game I want to take a look at after Shadowbringers, once I take a short break from it. I do still have Aperture Desktop, which I'm curious as to what that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be their little tech demo game for the Steam Deck. Valve doesn't really make games anymore, but they do come up with little demos whenever they release a new thing. So for their VR machine, they came out with Half-Life Alyx, and for the Steam Deck, they came out with Aperture Desktop. So it's supposed to be just a point and click. It's supposed to be made for that handheld. So I'm wondering how my actual desktop computer can handle that, because I think the Steam Deck is actually stronger than my computer. I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on in the side quest. I only did it because I know I get a little minion. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, rogue. Or, come on, DPS. Come on, tank. Come on, tank. Just one more, guys. Make it happen. Make it happen. Actually, let me see if oh, damn it. I thought I could talk to this person before. Anyway.
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Ew, his the face in the corner.
Prepare for judgment!
Oh, the music here is incredible. Hi, you're here to support me, thank you. I hope I acknowledge you quickly enough to do this. Oops. Really? Oh no.
And you will suffer! Yes! That will be your punishment!
Yes, you did. Okay, cool. Good to know. Oh no! What happened? What were we supposed to do there? Let me know if the game is too loud. I have the game pretty low on my headphones, but I did turn the game up just a smidge for the stream. So if it sounds louder than my speaking, let me know. Are they really just gonna kill it? It's just the tanks left. Oh no, this is gonna be so excruciating. I don't even know what's happening. Was I not supposed to be here with them?
What is this?
Holy shit, they're doing it. The little face sticking out of his boob is horrifying. Oh wow. Fucking Griffith over here. Too bad we're all dead. Okay. Shit. Oh no. Oh my god. They really should just wipe. What are they trying to do here? Well, they can't clutch it. Yeah, there's only the one guy left. Okay. I don't know why they tried to fight that for so long. Oh, look away. my god. He didn't do all those attacks earlier. I do appreciate, again, how patient the community is in that, they're not just like, being super angry about it. Oh shit. Oh my god. These are all brand new moves. He did none of these moves during the first go around. Oh, it's because we just... Oh, that's why they were trying to fight him. Okay. I just realized that boss... Okay. I don't know why I just never noticed. Okay. Great. This fight looks so hard. Nice. I like his outfit. Is that fucking, Prince Sidon? Oh, okay, no. I thought that was someone trying to cosplay as the fish man from Legend of Zelda. Cool. Is that FFXIV? I see. It's finally over. Yeah, there he is. Now night will return to all of Norvrent, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking with Reen, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Alright. Should you leave the area and return by speaking with the sentry posted at the entrance of Mount Gulg. Okay. Now I can fly! Not here, though. Is this the cutscenes that they're talking about? No, 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 you're done, you're done. I hate every time they do the whole, oh, the villain is poor and blah blah blah. I don't care about you. These were like sitting in my car for like 8 hours. And the chocolate inside of them is all melted. I never realized they were trying to play the whole sympathetic angle on FFXIV. I know Alphino was trying to come up with like an analogy between him and him, but I never saw it. And then, you know, this is where I die. Nope, sorry.
The sky.
Cool, right? That's what we wanted. Oh no. Now I'm dead. I'm the final boss. I apologize. I'm gonna turn the
Fools!
fan towards me.
Not for my decisive action, the whole city would have been overrun, razed to the ground. Yet they dare to complain about casualties? Spare me. I'll wager they were put up to it by those wretches who seek to usurp me. They're stirring up the citizenry. But if they think I will yield to the likes of them, they are gravely mistaken.
To be subjected to such deplorable treatment.
That's
such
Emma Seltz.
ingratitude.
Or Selk?
You have my sympathy, sir. You do so much good for this city, and you could do so much more were you not surrounded by fools.
Hold on.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be in here.
My apologies for the intrusion, but I come bearing a proposal. One that will ensure the longevity of your reign. But give me the word, sir, and I will bring hither a light warden. By giving its power to the babe within your lady wife's womb, we shall create a transcendent being. A king to rule over all. And as sire to the king, your authority will never again be in question.
Amazing. Before my Vothri, they behave as docile pets. With this gift, my line should be guaranteed power for perpetuity. We shall rule the whole world.
By all means, sir. United under Yulmor's banner, men will cease fighting and abandon their ambitions. Thus, they will grow fat and complacent, and in their sloth, seal your supremacy.
No, I still don't feel bad for him. And now I'm dead. I've died.
Are you alright? Say something!
"12 will fend. He cannot contain the light. He's beginning to turn. Urianger, if you've aught up your sleeve, now is the time.
I don't. I lied.
It's changing back!
The combined power of every Light Warden is too terrible a burden for any one soul to bear.
Oh, yeah?
So I shall relieve you of it.
Really? Who are you? Time to place my bets. At first, I thought it was some sort of alternate reality version of Alphino, because they sound very similar to me.
Exarch! What are you doing?
I thought maybe it was Grahatia, but they mentioned him very early on. They mentioned him very early on.
I will channel this profusion of power to the Crystal Tower and use it to travel to other worlds. As I have dreamed of doing ever since I first learned of their existence. Who would choose to remain here in this dying realm when they might go elsewhere and begin anew? Not I. And thus did I use you.
No, I don't believe you! It doesn't make sense!
Damn you! We won't let you do with him as you please.
Do not interfere! Please, I beseech you all, let him go!
You knew of this, Urianger. Tis all a fiction. Such vaguely defined acts of teleportation stand no chance of success. The Exarch will never live to see another world, as he knows only too well.
Then, what does he mean to do?
He means to take the light with him into the rift, where he will die. From the beginning, he intended to sacrifice himself to save our friend and Norvrend.
At journey's end, an opportunistic thief makes off with the hero's prize. A paltry way to end a chapter, I concede. Yet your tale will continue, and my role in it will scarcely be remembered.
Oh shit. But who is he?
Worry not. Whatever should become of me, I will be happy and free, safe in the knowledge that I have played my part.
It is Grahatia. I swear I forgot, like, I swear, like, that's the first thing. Oh shit. Call him by his name. I mean, that's who I thought it was. But I swear that was the first thing we asked him was like, do you know anyone?
Thank you for fighting for this world. For believing.
Like, did you know our friend Grahatia? Like,
fare you well, my friend. My inspiration.
oh man. Oh, Coco, it's Graha. Aw. Oh no! Fuck off.
Only those who possess the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line are capable of controlling the Crystal Tower. Such individuals do not exist in the first.
Right. I didn't know about that
Therefore,
second part,
in
but...
all likelihood, the Exarch arrived here with the tower. This much I had surmised, yet I could not discern his grand scheme. To think that he went through all this trouble for the sake of a single hero. It's almost admirable in its absurdity. Alas, it is not your grand scheme that will succeed, but ours.
Why do you choose to climb on me, though? He just dies?
Stay put. Your friend is still alive, but whether he remains so depends on you. What a disappointment you turned out to be. I placed my faith in you, let myself believe that you could contain the light. But look at you now, halfway to becoming a monster. You are unworthy of my patronage.
Hey man, take it easy. Yeah, I mean... I saw it in the cutscene.
I am an Asian. My heart's sole desire is to usher in the great rejoining. 100 years ago, I entrusted my comrade Logriff with the task of increasing light's sway over this world. This we sought to do by manipulating heroes. When that failed to achieve the desired result, I created Vorthri. Thanks to your meddling, that too has ended in failure.
What was your true purpose in approaching us?
By your 12, boy, have I not told you before that everything I said was the truth? You were specimens by which I might gauge man's potential as it stands. I genuinely had an interest in you, genuinely considered taking you on as allies. Provided he could contain and control the light. If not, then he, and by extension you, would be of no use to me. 'Twas as simple as that.
So, we've been found wanting. How disheartening. But even had we fulfilled your conditions, there was no guarantee that we would cooperate.
And meanwhile, I'm just dying right there. What the fuck?
Then I simply kill you all. At the very least, it would restore the world to the way it was before you went about trouncing Lightwalkers willy-nilly. Suffice it to say, it would be most inconvenient to have all that light taken away. And I would be lying if I were to claim his actions didn't have me worried.
Oh.
You still retain your form and your senses. But you have all but become a sin eater.
Really?
Whether you will it or no, your mere existence will serve to engulf the world in light. Those in your company will likewise turn into sin eaters. And in time, you will succumb to your base instincts and hunt innocents to feast on their sweet, sweet ether. Those few with the will left to fight may rise up against you. But before your absolute might, they will quickly know despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished. Ah, the irony. What fourth we achieved through bliss, you achieved through despair. But I have overstayed my welcome. I shall look forward to seeing you bring the world to its knees, hero.
Oh no.
Exarch! I have naught to show for all the time and effort I invested in you. He is a small token for my troubles. I did not expect that I could learn aught from man, but I may yet learn something from all the knowledge he had hoarded for his precious hero. I pity you, I do. Your friends are now your foes. If you do not kill them, they will kill you. When it all becomes too much to bear, seek me out at my abode in the dark depths of the Tempest. There, you may complete your descent into madness with some dignity, far from prying eyes.
Get into bed.
Till then, I bid you farewell. Eat.
Huh. Am I like strapped to the bed? No. Is the door locked at least? stop. Stop it. Cut it out. No. Only when I stream, she's just like asks for attention.
After you collapsed, Emmett's self vanished. Then Reen did what she could to stay the raging of the light within your body. Thanks to her, you're still you, but she's only delayed the inevitable. You're not going to like what you see, but you still need to see it.
Oh. It just all came back. You can still kind of see the night sky behind it, but it all just came back.
It's like this all over. The whole of Norvrad is shrouded in light again. And it's because of you, and the power you absorb from the Wardens. No one knows but your friends. When they carried you down from the mountain, they told everyone waiting below that they didn't understand why the light had returned. Now they're out there trying to allay the people's fears, while searching for a way to save you.
Jesus.
If you're well enough to be up, you're well enough to get some fresh air. Better that than stewing in here. Go on. Go.
Well then. I can fly in Calusia now. Oh, sir, you're awake. You were injured during the foray at Mount Ghoul, yes? I was here at my station, as always, when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher. To compound my worry disguise, well, I'm sure you've seen it. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you may have considered a stroll around the city to reassure anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Well, well, look who's back from the dead. That was a grim sight. Your companions looked very ready to drop when they brought you in. So I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle, so... And you, my friend, I fear you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless, you were like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. And then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor exarch away in the midst of chaos. Oh. It's times like these that we Crystarian folks stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you. Oh man. Jesus. Jesus. Wait. Oh, you're alive! No one's been allowed to see you, even spagyric chirurgeons weren't forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grow even more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake. When they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. And our own Morn has been a little better, I'm afraid. Oh man. Walk around the entire building. Or the entire plaza, I guess. Look, she just jumped down from where I'm sitting. Like, you can actually see her pretty well now that I have lights on in the background. She's just gonna cry at me again. This is the wrong way. How the fuck do I get down there? I wonder what these places were like back during their heyday, you know what I mean? I'm sure everyone's just chilling in Endwalker, you know? Oh, are you kidding me? She's above? Come the fuck on, where am I supposed to be at? What the heck? Oh, I'm lost. I got who the fuck this is that I'm supposed to be talking to. that's not a real place. Where the fuck is Morn? Oh! I was going the right way. God damn it. Confusing ass giant vibrate. Found it. This says the same thing as the last. Man, I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Huh. Ah, is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination? Oh, but this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have poured over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hopeful the search for a stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catelys, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? Like, literally talk to everybody. Alive and well, I see. He gave us all a proper fight, you know. Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's become of you or the Exarch. It's been a few days. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. Not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier arms, then maybe you would have won the day, and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy, consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. Could stand still a moment. I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Well. Oops. Alright. That's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we need to experiment with different patterns and materials. I'm not sure we have that kind of time. Sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. I'm sorry, I don't know. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I don't want to crack the whip too hard. Never mind that. I'm thinking of absent genius and his epiphanies, a perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you mean old Grenold. He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. What good does his talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's is a tale I've heard told of strangely fated encounters. Even a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grinold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. Hold on. There you go. Forgot to update the title. And so I'll talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Okay. I best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart, it seems doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, do we? Can't forget the heart upon which the city was founded, or the exile might not have much of a home to return to. Damn. I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. You might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. Okay. Take a moment and feel the wind upon your face. Oh, up there?
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible. If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. That doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. one last sacrifice, one last fight, one last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then.
I do this.
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours.
You're gonna take in the light.
I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
You were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie. Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never, ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Dear beloved sapling, You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue.
Actually, the official FF14 Square Enix account was the one that spoiled me on this, because like a few days before I started Shadowbringers.
You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer.
Right before I started Shadowbringers, they posted like a new, screenshot of Grahatia, and all the comments were like, "The poor boy," and I'm like, why? And suddenly I meet this mysterious character that has ties to the Crystal Tower. Of course it's Grahatia. It's amazing how much stuff they packed actually in between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward that they are still playing off of now.
Waiting and watching.
Let me go get my water. I'll be right back. Alright. Oh. What do I know of the Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in the city could tell you, he's a man of wisdom and compassion, and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day, the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. Huh. Okay. Great. Not writing the X's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions. Unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has any fresh insight to share, then be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two were like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Nina, she'll be at her usual post at the Censor Gate. I wonder, can I actually talk to her? I don't know where she's at. And is it... Crystarium 9, 9, and 7. Oh. I'll just have to look that up later. Records pertaining to the Exarch. Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the Spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Verbertites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that it is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. It's Gratia. I gotta rewatch the Crystal Tower series because, oh, there you go. I do have to talk to her. Where is she? Nice sleepy baby in the back. So precious. Oh, you mean little one on my pillow? I'm glad she went to sleep. It's so hard to get her to lay down because I think she just hears me talking at a wall and just assumes that Oh, you're not paying attention to me. You're clearly just talking to a wall. Or like, I've got my back turned to her, so she's like, well, I need to get his attention somehow. So I hope she stays asleep. I was not told you had awoken. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him, and so I bristled when they asked for your patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. The delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens the door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. Oh, she's so funny. You hear her if you look back the last few streams, she like whines at me, and she never ever does this unless I'm recording. He bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken a defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vothri loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Elden Ring gameplay soon? If you want me to, yeah. Maybe tomorrow. I was trying to find things to do tomorrow, but everybody seemed busy or was going to work, and so I just kind of went, okay. Unless you want to go do something tomorrow. I forgot to ask you earlier when I saw you. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting? I am actually at a wall right now in Elden Ring. I am at a point where I can finish the game or head towards the end of the game, but I don't want to, because I want to fight a different boss first. So, so maybe I'll do some Elden Ring next time. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? I see I am not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Man. Did they change the way that the pockets on my back work? Because there used to only be 3, and my tail kept popping out through it. I think they just moved it. Oh, never mind. I think I was just standing at it weird. Or maybe they moved it to the side slightly so that it's not in the... I feel like that's new. I feel like that's new. It's sly, but that's cool. Come, meet me Nogular, and I will unlock the door within. Did that icon just spoil for me what was gonna happen? We are.
I have unlocked the door to the Umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
What happened to the crystal tower at the end of it? He knew.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes. And thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished. Then others raised
Hi, it's Miguel. Hi, Miguel. Hello.
Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass.
We are together watching you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Quick, have Noah get on a third have Noah get on a third device and have him watch me too. Sick room looks cozy. Thank you. Thank you. There's so much shit all over actually.
After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me.
XQCO. Soon he will get on Twitch, yeah. Have Noah get on Twitch. It's good to get him started early.
Scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th Umbral Calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou affect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. But thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally.
Oh.
In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me
He's
say?
just like freaking the fuck out.
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether.
Hydrate, thank you. More.
Knowing
Goddamn.
what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion.
Did that make a sound? It's supposed to make a sound, I thought. I see it. But I thought it was supposed to make a sound. I didn't hear anything. I saw it though. Thank you. Take a fucking sip, babes.
But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent, a prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
You didn't hear it either? Yeah, I don't know. I gotta fix it. I did fix, I did fix stream elements,
And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course.
I did set it up so that stream elements will have like little sounds when someone does like a follow or a subscribe or a donation or whatever, but I guess not for the channel points. That might be a separate option, but I'll get that set up once I'm done here today. I don't know why it took me that long to set it up the first time around, but yeah, I did it anyway. Anyway.
I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
But he didn't count on Emmett Silk. Of all things...
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean
always
to
have
do?
a red pouch on my bag. I'm noticing new shit on my outfit.
We should be on our way. Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusiot. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Okay. Did you find the answer you sought? If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. Which way to the bottom of the ocean? Okay. Perfect. The open water. Oh boy. I'm gonna fucking die.
Ah, we have found thee.
Is that everybody? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Go. Hey!
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
They're not doing this character any favors by constantly having him be the weird secret shadowy man in the background. This is like the second or third time they've done that. But fuck it, I'm over it. Just come on, let's go.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
Like, I know he's doing all this as for the good of everything, but we're supposed to be fucking friends.
I'm sorry, but
tell me.
I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling
Sound
when
alert.
the
Yeah,
light
see,
will break
I
free
didn't hear a
again.
sound. I didn't hear a sound. Every Google search I did to figure out the sounds, it just did nothing. They just told me to turn it on, and I don't know how to turn it on. I'm sorry. I feel like I have to set it up through stream
You
elements.
must
So I'm
stay
not
here,
sure.
at
I'm
least
sorry.
for a little
For now,
while
just
longer.
save
We
your
will
points. I
find
promise.
a way
I'll
to
set it
cure
up.
this. I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer. And every one of us came back empty-handed.
Oh, man.
I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
Hey! Cut it out. No. No, absolutely not. No.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Everyone is here.
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland,
I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
I love this track.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
There you go. Something nice and hopeful for the people. I'm so happy that they brought back Ardbert and the Warriors of Darkness. I was with my friend the other day. We went to Target and we saw a copy of Shadowbringers at Target, and she told me, because she's currently playing through hold on, sorry. I found the commandeer tomorrow for that journey over sea. The following dive down into Amasa abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. We consider the most efficacious method for reaching the Tempest. Okay. She told me how she was watching the trailers for each expansion and how she kept seeing this guy constantly. She was like, she didn't know that was supposed to be the player character. She was like, oh, I kept wondering, when am I gonna meet this guy? And I just kind of went, yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if you met a guy that looked exactly like that? It's Ardbert. I'm sure that wasn't the intention, but I'm glad that it makes sense. I like to think that actually was Ardbert in the Shadowbringers trailer. Hey! Stop it! What are you doing? Is there like dogs barking in the back? Absolutely not. I know you're not supposed to like acknowledge them barking, but it's so sad to see this all screwy again. The sky and whatnot. I fixed the setting in my computer last night, which was removing the fast startup, and that 14 distance is running a bit smoother than it was the other day. I've noticed that whenever I stream that, when I'm playing by myself, it runs perfectly fine, but I notice that when I'm streaming, it tends to slow down a little bit and cuts the frames a bit. Like, noticeably so. But Yeah, it's performing pretty well, so I think it worked. Or something. There, to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? Yes. That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. I can but flail and flounder where thou mayst guide to fish. You know, in so many words, Urianger can't swim. I love that this place is called The Source. Oh, you can't land on it? Oh, fine. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving an impression of giant stone. Oh, this is a face. Ooh, that's a face. The rock yields slightly under your touch. Is this a person? Ah, there you are. Ah, I like that he can swim now, that's so funny. This place is kind of pretty. No, not this way. Oh, Alice is here. This lake is enormous. Assuming my geography is correct, this would be the mirror of Silver Tear back in the source. I'm gonna pretend I remember where Silver Tear is. Locals call this Isle of Ken, which I presume must refer to knowledge. Either that, or someone was being awfully zealous about marking his territory. Well... I've discerned that it's an ordinary island. Truly? Naught could be further from the truth. According to the lore of the Pixies, we are even now perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Ah. Bismarck. The self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the source. Oh. I would enlist its aid to bear us unto the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets near the Ruby Sea. Within its compass we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. I must needs ask for silence while I make my supplication. The man speaks like a thesaurus.
Sach, Bilan Bismail. Fallen si lor wislan, adas si alina.
Van Urs Atslir, Olfothim.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
Yes, please summon Feo or. It'd be funny if the one time I call on her, she's like, nope. Oh my gosh, she's waited this entire time.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last! And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can. Gers Bismail been picked. Van Dromi Drom Jacob. Van Read Rithje. Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Reminds me of the Turtle Island in Avatar. She's whining at me again.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
I need you to stop. You're supposed to be quiet. Okay. Why are you so annoying?
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
What the? You see
that?
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
Holy shit. Run! Another flood!
Whoa there! It's not stopping! Run! Run!
We just caused another flood. Oh! Oh, are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's squeeze her little hand. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Hey there, Bubba.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare.
I'm sorry, little baby.
In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
But now the other one wants to come up here also. That's enough. I can't have both of you sitting on my lap like this. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. Oh. We arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emmett Selk, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee into the rift, but I suspect such travel is nigh impossible without a mortal in one's custody. He would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serves as key to the Crystal Tower and his powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. Okay. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna take a short break. Just 2 minutes.